Oh my gosh, guys, take a look at that. We've made it! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Universal Studios Japan, our first international Universal Studios park on the channel. I am so beyond excited to be here to check out something brand new over here in Japan and something brand new Universal related. We are here to do a full park day and check out as much as we can in the short time that we have here today. I am beyond excited because Jaws lives on here at Universal Studios in Japan. So you guys already know we are going to be experiencing that. Plus, they have the original Super Nintendo world and the all-new Donkey Kong Country that is going to be opening up with Epic Universe over at Florida. So we're basically getting an Epic Universe preview today at Universal Studios Japan. I hope you guys are as excited for this video as I am. Let's not waste any time. Let's head on inside the park and have some fun. So this is something I never thought I would see. We have the classic Universal Studios globe over here, and we have an archway right there that says Universal Studios Japan, but right behind us, there's another Universal Studios arch. There are two official entrances to this area of Universal Studios Japan. That is wild. And check this out, guys. The first thing that we see as we approach the park is this roller coaster called Hollywood Dream. Unfortunately, I do think it is closed for a refurbishment while we are here, so we will not be experiencing this, but it just gives us more reason to come back in the future. I also want to point out that we are here on a Saturday. Probably not the best idea, but that's just how our schedule ended up working out. But we are compensating for that because we do have express passes for a lot of the major roller coasters today, including those inside Super Nintendo World, Jaws, and I think we even have a fast pass for the Flying Dragon roller coaster. So Flying Dinosaur, yes, there you go. It's gonna be a jam-packed full day, guys. Just before security, they have a whole locker station in case you guys come with a bunch of big backpacks and things, you can store them over there. The security process here at Universal Studios Japan, quick and efficient as to be expected. 1,000,001 security lines open with 1,000,001 team members, and I wish I could show you guys, but they all have these cute little security uniforms. It's really adorable, like the most cliche looking Japanese security uniforms you can imagine. That's what they're wearing, and it was perfect. But now we are making our way through the park. We passed by the second set of arches once again, and I believe our tickets that we purchased through Klook are good for us to just walk straight into the park without having to talk to anybody. So let's see how that goes. All right, guys, we made it. We're in, and take a look at this. The whole entrance of the park is under a canopy. One thing I read is that some of the theme parks around here have like canopies and stuff because it rains so much here for most of the year. Thankfully, we are here in like the winter time, so we have beautiful clear skies, but we're gonna see something very similar over at Tokyo Disney. But take a look at the roller coaster. The Hollywood Dream's first drop comes out over here and then arches all the way over this canopy and then back again. That is really cool. We'd like to thank Scentbird for sponsoring this portion of today's video. You know that exhilarating feeling you get when you're about to plunge down a roller coaster? The wind rushing past and your senses are on overdrive? As someone who's always on the go, exploring theme parks and sharing those adventures with you, staying fresh is a must. Recently, I've been diving into the world of fragrances, looking for scents that match the thrill and excitement of our theme park adventures. But committing to a full bottle without knowing if it's the right fit? Not so thrilling. That's when I found Scentbird. It's a monthly subscription service that lets you explore over 900 authentic designer and niche fragrances. Each month you'll get an 8ml vial, which gives you about 120 sprays. Plenty to see if a scent captures the essence of your adventures. I've been matching different scents to my theme park visits, like Juicebox's Karaoke Heart for those sunny days at Magic Kingdom, or Dolce & Gabbana's Pour Home for those thrilling nights at Halloween Horror Nights. It's like adding another layer to the experience, making each visit more memorable. The scents I liked the most this month were John Varvatos' Ode and Perfumology's Sudute. And here's the best part, you can get 55% off your first month by scanning the QR code here or using my code THEMEPARK at scentbird.com. That's just $7.58 to start your personalized fragrance journey with my code THEMEPARK. So if you're looking to add a new dimension to your theme park adventures or daily life, give Scentbird a try. Click the link down in the description below to start exploring scents that resonate with your thrill-seeking spirit. Thank you so much to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back into the action. Oh gosh, and I already found Coda looking at the cute things. Oh no. Oh man.
But yeah.
I think she just got sold on this Yoshi hat. And take a look at that. They also have Bowser, Bob-ombs, Goombas. Over here at Universal Studios Japan, they are very proud of their Super Nintendo World. Look at all the different banners that they have. They even have a Mario Kart popcorn stand over here. Oh my gosh. Super Nintendo World, everything. Oh my gosh, guys, take a look at that view down the street. Look at that bridge over there. Holy cow. And look, you can see the New York Public Library all the way down there too. Oh my gosh, there are going to be some things here that are very similar to what we have over at Universal Studios in Orlando, but then again, some things that are going to be very different. I'm so excited to check it all out. One thing you guys probably noticed by those clips is the crowd levels. Yes, Universal Studios in Osaka is known as the busiest theme park in the world, and we are here on a Saturday, so the lines are going to be absolutely insane. We're not going to be doing absolutely everything. That's a given. We are definitely planning on coming back in the future where we can come in the middle of the week, maybe in an off-peak time, where we can experience a lot more of the park. But for right now, it's going to be busy. We're going to be taking it in stride. We're going to be doing a lap around the park and just taking it all in and enjoying what we can. But while Coda's doing a little bit of shopping, let's go ahead and take a look at the park map that's here. Right off the bat, Shrek 4D, that's really cool. They have a Sesame Street 4D show. They have the Hollywood Dream roller coaster, a Beetlejuice show, Universal Monsters rock and roll show. They have a Sing Live show. Space Fantasy is an indoor spinning roller coaster. They have some more 4D shows over here. A Minion Park with Despicable Me. The Flying Dinosaur. They have Jurassic Park over here inside Universal Studios, which is nuts. Amity Village, Jaws, Water World, and of course Super Nintendo World. And then how can we forget the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, complete with a Black Lake. That's really cool. They have a whole kids area around Sesame Street, which is very interesting. There is a lot to see and do at this park, and I am so excited. So the way Express Passes work over here at Universal Studios in Japan is a little bit different from what you can find in the US, because over in the US, you get the Express Pass and it's good for like all the rides that offer Express. But over here in Japan, you buy them in like packages where it only includes a set number of rides, and they're like different tiers. So we opted for the highest tier that I think includes 7 rides, plus everything over in Super Nintendo World as well. Plus it includes timed entry into Super Nintendo World. Over here at Universal Studios in Japan, you can't just walk into Super Nintendo World all willy-nilly like you can over in Universal Studios Hollywood. You have to get a timed entry ticket, which you can get for completely free, or you can get it included in your Express Pass, which also includes Express Pass return times for all of those attractions and more. Oh, take a look at that. It's Woody Woodpecker and Mrs. Pecker? That sounded weird. Mrs. Woody Woodpecker, there you go. I walked into the store and saw Coda at the cash register. She told me she had to get it. Oh, take a look at that. It's a first visit sticker. That is so cute. And what's on your head?
Snoopy.
Snoopy?
Yeah.
And these ears, yeah, they can be folded. Oh my gosh. Look at that smile. She saw this headband as we were walking into the park and she knew she had to have it. Happy with your purchase?
Yes.
I'm sure this isn't going to be the first headband that you buy today.
Who knows? We'll see.
So the first thing we're going to be doing is heading on over to Super Nintendo World because our timed entry begins at 10:10, and I do believe it is on this side of the park. So we immediately made a right, and take a look at who's meeting guests right now. It's Elmo. Wait, what? What's going on?
Oh, I don't know who that is, but it's so small and so cute. Little pink.
What the heck is that? Who is that? Can someone tell me what that is? Who that is?
That's Cookie.
Yeah, we see Cookie Monster as well. But who the heck is that? Ah, okay guys, take a look at this. This is all very familiar. This looks exactly like it would be in Florida. We have the Hollywood Brown Derby over here. The only thing different, no Born Stuntacular. Instead, we have the entrance to the Hollywood Dream roller coaster, which you can see peeks out over the top of the buildings over here. This is all super familiar, but so different too. So look at that, the Hollywood Brown Derby. It's called It's So Fluffy.
Still the Brown Derby though.
Oh yeah, still the Brown Derby on top. No Born Stuntacular though, that is so interesting. So yes, unfortunately the Hollywood Dream roller coaster is closed for maintenance, and I like that they post the dates of maintenance out on front. Well, that didn't take very long.
Chocolate churro.
Chocolate churro, how much was that?
600 yen.
600 yen? Oh, that's relatively cheap. I don't know how much that equates to off the top of my head.
$3.95.
$3.95? Wow, not bad. $3.95 for a churro? Good lord.
And it's warm.
That's great.
It tastes like Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, it tastes like Cocoa Puffs. Okay, gotcha. That's cool. See, what's crazy is that like just about a week and a half ago, I was standing in this spot over in Florida watching the Mardi Gras parade, and you can see everything looks so similar, but there's a big roller coaster in the background. And you can see like the other roller coaster somewhere over here as well. You can see the Flying Dinosaur. It's all so similar but so different. I love it. Oh my gosh, take a look at that. Mel's Drive-In. It looks almost exactly the same. I love it. And then we turn around over here and boom, roller coaster going into where the horror makeup show should be. But instead, this is like a full-blown like theater production show with Beetlejuice and the Universal Monsters. And then like the park should normally continue on this way, but no, it's different. We have more roller coaster, and then look at this bridge. That is so crazy. Like, take a look at this. There's no Cafe La Bamba. What the heck? Oh my gosh, guys, I think I'm going to cry. Take a look at this. In the flesh, Jaws. It lives on here at Universal in Japan. I cannot believe it. And we have an express pass for this later. Oh, I can't wait. There's also a single rider line, so we are gonna try and do that as well so we can get at least 2 rides in. But oh my gosh. It's okay. We would ride this now, but we have to go to Super Nintendo World. It's so weird being in an Amity themed area once again. What's also weird is that they are still selling Super Nintendo World merch over here in Amity, but it's fine. It's not a complaint, it's just an observation. But take a look at the seating area over here for eating. It's all themed to Amity. I miss this so much.
Having been traumatized as a child, it was never my favorite ride. I wasn't sad to see it go, but it is nice to see it again.
It is nice to see it again.
When I say traumatized, I mean traumatized. My mom knows what she did.
Oh my gosh, take a look at the Flying Dinosaur. I heard that this was one of the most intense roller coasters in the world. I really hope I fit on this thing. It's a flying coaster. I haven't been on Manta over at SeaWorld in a very long time. So we'll see. We'll be checking out the test seat later on. Okay, so we have made it to the entrance of Super Nintendo World. Well, one of the front entrances, but in order to get in, you have to have your QR code in order to enter. And they have like team members set up over here. So let's see if we can get in. Okay, so our QR code was good. Take a look at that. They have a whole Water World section of the park. Or is that like the queue for the Water World show? I don't know. Either way, it's really cool, but we're making our way over into Super Nintendo World. All right, we did it. We passed the security checks and we are heading on into the OG Super Nintendo World. And check out these numbers on the ground. So from what I read is that they progress up and they eventually turn into like important dates in Nintendo history. Oh, take a look at that. The manhole covers a little coin. And take a look at that. March of 2021 is the opening date for Super Nintendo World here in Japan. And we have made it to the entrance. Take a look at the big power-up star on the ground and the entrance to Super Nintendo World. Now, unfortunately, the way things work over here, from my knowledge, with very popular photo ops, is that you're not allowed to use your phone. You have to actually pay for it. So you can see they have a little station set up over here where they will take the photo for you, and you will have to go and pay for it. All right, guys, we are heading on into the warp pipe, and we are gonna get our first preview of Epic Universe, because the Super Nintendo World that they built here in Japan is exactly what we're getting over in Florida for Epic. And oh my goodness. This place is huge. Oh my gosh, wait. Wow, guys, just take a look at this. Multi-leveled Super Nintendo World. It just keeps going. And then take a look at that. We have Donkey Kong Country back there. We're gonna be covering that in an entirely separate video. There's so much to see and do, but our return time is nigh for the Mario Kart ride, Bowser's Challenge, or as is known over here as Koopa's Challenge. Let's go ahead and go. And of course, over here at Super Nintendo World in Japan, they have the power-up bands, and they even have Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. That is so cool. So we did bring our power-up bands all the way to Japan with us. Unfortunately, we forgot them in the room, and we didn't realize until we were already past security waiting to get inside the park. And once you're inside the park and leave, you can't come back in. So we're a little SOL on that one, but it's fine. I'm very much so okay with walking around and taking a look at the different power-up band games that are available and just getting myself hyped for Epic Universe, because pretty much all of these games that they have here are going to be available in Epic. And here we are, guys, Mario Kart Kupas Challenge. The entrance itself is inside Bowser's castle, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, guys, take a look at this entrance. This is on a much grander scale than what we have in Hollywood. Oh my gosh. So from what I gather, the ride itself is exactly the same as what we have over in Hollywood, but the queue and everything else is entirely different. Like, take a look at this massive hallway, guys. Oh my gosh, look at all the queue space over there. They have so much queue space. We have all of the different trophies that you can earn in the Mario Kart game, plus the Universal Cup over here. Wow, take a look at these massive doors. Holy moly. It says keep out. There's a giant lock on it. Wow. Okay, so when Epic Universe was being constructed, I was looking at the construction photos and I was like, why is the show building for Mario Kart so big? This is why. The queue itself is massive, and I have a feeling that the attraction itself is under us. So we're gonna have to walk down another flight of stairs. Oh my goodness, the Trap Factory is definitely on a much larger scale. Look at the hot coals on top. Wow. This is nuts. Arigatou gozaimasu. Wow. The pre-show space is even a million times different. We have our Mario hats on. We're ready to race. It's incredible how much bigger of a scale this is compared to Hollywood. Like, I get it, they had to build Hollywoods on a much smaller scale, but just seeing this and what it's supposed to be and what we're possibly getting in Orlando, it's insane. So something that's really important to note about the express passes over here in Japan is that you don't get to pick your times per se. Like, they have different blocks of times that you can pick from, but as far as like the individual attractions, you can't pick your individual time. So they gave us a timed entry into Super Nintendo World at 10:10, and that's when our Mario Kart time started. And the times from there, it's a 30-minute block that you have to experience Mario Kart, and then immediately after is your start time for Yoshi, and then immediately after that is Minecart Madness. So they predetermine it for you, so you can't really lollygag in between rides, because you have the 30 minutes to experience it and then go right to the next one. Just something to bear in mind. So check this out, guys. In Japan, they have a designated umbrella room. So if it's one of those rainy days, you can check your umbrellas and they put it in one of these little locker things and you can claim it back later. That is so cool. Also, you gotta pardon me for sounding out of breath. It's because I am. If you guys have ever ridden Mario Kart over in Hollywood, you know that there are quite a bit of stairs. There's even more over here. So make sure you guys are aware of that. You need to be a little fit to get up those stairs. Of course, there are elevators in case you need it if you're, not able to do stairs, but there's a lot of stairs here. Oh my gosh, guys, and take a look at this. Mario Motors. This is the official gift shop at the end of Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, or Koopas Challenge. That is so cool. They have so much merchandise in here. This is what I call a Mario Kart gift shop. This is awesome. You can really get a feel for just how crowded this land is and why timed entry is necessary. This is nuts. But our next ride of the day is going to be Yoshi's Adventure. I also want to show you guys this. This isn't the first charging station I've seen in the park, but you can rent these little chargers. That is so interesting. In case you need to charge your phone, you can rent one and then return it later, or I don't know if you can put it back in another station and grab another one. But that's still really cool. It's basically the fuel rod equivalent over here in Japan. So I'm fairly confident that I fit on Yoshi Adventure because it uses the same restraint system as Secret Life of Pets. But just to verify, I'm gonna go ahead and try the test seat. I do believe there is one. Okay. Okay? Okay. All right. Okay. So you see the white line? It has to go down beyond the white line. Yeah, you can see the line. It has to match that line in order to fit.
Cool, cool.
All right. So he says I'm okay. Let's go. And look at the little glowing fruit. All the Yoshi eggs. So you can see they tried to replicate this in Hollywood. Part of the Mario Kart queue is actually a little bit of a Yoshi area. But it's still incredible to see this on a much larger scale. And you can see the queue for this line. Oh my goodness. It is a massive queue. Oh, look at Toadette. Oh my gosh, look at the Pikmin up there. They're trying to run away with the fruit. Okay, so you're riding on a Yoshi and your restraint has some multicolored eggs on it. If you see a glowing egg, press the button of the same color. Also very similar to Mario Kart, stairs are the name of the game.
Okay, all luggage placed under the seat. Okay, red seat please.
Thank you. All right, very similar to Secret Life of Pets. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but we're in. And yeah, Coda has her fanny pack on her, and she completely forgot about that. Otherwise, it'd be a little bit lower, but we're on. Look at all the Yoshi butts in front of us. This is a great way to get a good view of Super Nintendo World. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at the entrance to Donkey Kong Country. Okay, this is officially the most adorable ride ever, just for the music alone. The singing Yoshis. The flying Koopas. Oh, green egg. Push it. I think we got it. Oh, blue. Look at the Shy Guys. And Baby Peach. Also, what the heck are you?
But I love you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, red. This is so cute. Take a look. Oh my gosh. You can see Minecart Madness from over here. Oh my gosh. That's where we're going next.
Oh, they're fighting. Oh,
Why is this Yoshi so fat? And why is he biting his tail? The little baby Yoshi.
oh, I didn't see him.
He's biting his little tail. Oh my gosh. Why are the baby Yoshis so stinking cute? Aw, chonk. No, we found the golden egg. That's the point. Not the piranha plant. Our little Yoshi's happy. Okay, Yoshi's Adventure. Very, very cute ride. However, it's a one and done. For me at least. Like, I wouldn't wait anything more than 15 minutes for it.
Yeah.
It's a very cute ride, and it's very short, but don't like stress yourself out over this one. If you have to miss it, then you miss it. But it was still very cute. And guys, next up, we are heading on into Donkey Kong Country, the newly opened expansion to Super Nintendo World over here in Japan. We are going to be covering this in an entirely separate video, so I will see you guys when we're done. Holy cow, guys, check out the size of this gift shop. This is the 1-Up factory here right outside of the entrance to Donkey Kong Country. And this place is huge. Oh my goodness. So in Japanese culture, when you go on holiday, it's very customary to bring back something for your friends, family, coworkers that's like edible. So all throughout these gift shops, you'll see a bunch of different little snack tins that have small little snacks in them that you can bring back as souvenirs. It's really cool and it's super interesting to look at. They all have different things. I would love to spend more time here exploring Super Nintendo World over here at Universal Studios Japan. However, we only have this one day in the park and there's still so much more to see and do. So unfortunately, we need to cut our time here short, but you guys already know that we will be back here in the future. As much as I would love to see Water World, our time here is limited. It's already going on 1 o'clock and the park closes at 8. We still have a lot more to see and do. But if we do have time, we'll make our way back here for a later show. But most likely not. I think our next attraction, however, is going to be the Flying Dinosaur. Let's go see if I can fit on it. This is a B&M flying coaster. Let's head on inside Jurassic Park. Ah, this is really cool. Their main quick service restaurant here in Jurassic Park is actually called the Lost World Restaurant. Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't say the Lost World was its main restaurant because I feel like this one would be it. And take a look at that, guys. They also have a river adventure here. Oh, that is so cool. I hope we get the opportunity to ride this later. The lines are probably crazy long. Oh, and you get really wet too. It is still a little chilly outside. I don't know if we're gonna do this, but it's still really cool to see. And check out this lagoon too. There is a lot of space here. I love the rock work over there as well. Can we also talk about this Velociraptor sign that says, "Don't run, please"? And here we are, guys, the Flying Dinosaur. Let's see if I fit on this thing. The sensor may not respond when riding. Okay. Basically a no. The sensor may not respond when riding. That's what it said. So, yes? Maybe yes. Maybe yes. Okay, so he clicked it in and he pulled out a little book and he had an English translation that said the sensor may not read when writing, I think it said. But back here he said maybe yes. So it's worth a shot. We have Express. Let's go wait in line and see what happens. Okay, we just got off the Flying Dinosaur. I fit, thankfully, and going back to the test seat real quick, I just want to say, they go by the second hole. So you click it down and it clicks once, but you have to push it down again for a second click, and then you get the okay to go. But oh my God, the most intense roller coaster I have ever ridden, hands down. The positives on that ride are like 10 times worse than what you feel on Manta. Like, I've been on Manta before, and you feel the positives on that one. But this one is a lot worse and times 2. Because immediately after the drop, you're thrown into this weird loop that gives you the most awkward sensation in the world before going down into a dive, where you get hit with the positives and you feel all the pressure on you. And then you have a quick, like, 5-second break before you immediately get thrown into another pretzel loop where the positives hit again. After that, it's a very easygoing ride. But that first half is wild. I highly recommend it though. If you're a coaster enthusiast, make your way over here to Universal Studios Japan, because this ride is very unique. Because that first element after the drop, I've never seen on any other roller coaster of this flying type before. Again, I'm sad we're only riding it once, but I think I can only do that one time a day. So while you're out and about in Japan, you see these vending machines everywhere, and the theme parks are no exception. You can find these vending machines here in the theme park as well. So we were about to leave Jurassic Park, but a snack caught our eye and we knew we absolutely had to try it. Take a look at this. This is the pork rib. It costs 800 yen and it's a little small snack, but I'm excited to try it. Like, look, it's just pork meat. Yep, this carnivore approves this snack. And converted, it came out to about $5.50. Not bad at all. Very tasty. And holy cow, guys, check out this view. Looks pretty similar at first, but then you get over here and things are just a little different. Just a little. There's a big roller coaster over there and a couple of taller buildings. Check this out, guys. The Amity Landing Restaurant. Look at the Jaws themed menu items they have. Let me lower the exposure. There you go. Look at that. This is so cool. This isn't the food item that I'm specifically looking for. I'm looking for like the hot dog and like a little Jaws bun. but this is still really neat. Over here at Boardwalk Snacks, they have these interesting looking pizzas. I don't know how well you can see them. Pizza Danish, bacon and honey mustard, and then they have a teriyaki chicken. That is so interesting. They also have some tomato soups and clam chowders. I mean, what else can you expect from an Amity themed area? And then they have a Blue Hawaiian Jaws Splash drink. I don't know if you guys can hear. Hold on, let me change this. Can you guys hear what's playing outside of the Amity area? We have some Celine Dion Titanic music playing. What in the world?
Both very tragic boat stories.
Okay, so Celine Dion aside, babe, you want to tell me what this is that you got?
I got melon soda. You a real water.
Thanks. So we went to that vending machine earlier in Jurassic Park, and I thought I was getting a regular water, but this is like, it's called water, but this is like a lemonade or something, or a mineral water or something. It's cloudy, and it doesn't taste bad. It's just really sweet, and that's something I was looking for. So we got a regular water. And what else?
It's called a Pizza Danish, and I got the teriyaki chicken one.
You just wanted to try it, right?
I did. I was curious.
I mean, it doesn't look bad. I'm hoping it smells really good, and I'm hoping it tastes good. Also, I've heard a lot of good things about these melon sodas. Like, some people swear by them. So let's go ahead and give this a try first. All right, trying the melon Fanta for the first time. It's okay. I'm not a soda drinker though, but it's tasty. Definitely fruity, but it's not life-changing by any means. For me, at least. I can see why you made your face.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's also not the best thing in the world either. It's tasty. And yeah, it's definitely very croissant-y. It's like flaky. It has layers. But it's not bad. It's definitely teriyaki chicken pizza. I don't know how else to describe it. All right, guys, the time has come. Jaws. I am so happy that we are here and finally getting to rewrite this after many years of not having it over at Universal Studios in Orlando. This is now the only place in the world where you can experience Jaws, classic Universal Studios magic. Let's go ahead inside and experience it once again. Look at these boats, they look magnificent. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would see these boats again. You see, just based off of this shot alone, Jaws and Harry Potter can coexist.
Amity 島の伝説と呼んでます。結果命を落としたからです。その日ジョナとアミにはえらい数のイカがかかったんですが、港に帰る途中でひどい。
Words cannot describe how incredibly happy I am to have finally been able to experience Jaws once again. Granted, it didn't have the same punch like it did in the States, because I couldn't understand anything, but I still remember a lot of the lines, and I was repeating them to myself and out loud a little bit every once in a while, but it was so good to be able to experience that once again, and I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to come to Japan and to be able to do all of this and to relive one of my favorite rides all over again. Like, I was so sad to see Jaws go, and the fact that we still have it somewhere in the world is incredible. The skipper that we had was awesome. She did a really good job. She also spoke really good English as well in between everything else that was going on. But yeah, we're gonna go to the restroom real quick, and then we're gonna single rider this thing so we can ride again, because it's worth riding multiple times. All right, guys, our next snack here at Universal Studios Japan is the Jaws dog. Take a look at this. It is a hot dog stuffed in what I assume is a waffle cone type thing that looks like Bruce.
お願いしますね。さあ さあメンバー続々と揃ってまいりました。出航の前に安全上のご注意。ツアーが終了。
Another ride on Jaws complete, this time in single rider. We probably waited like what, maybe 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And we were in the same boat too. Dakota was in the front row, lucky, and I was more towards the back, but still a fantastic time. This ride through was even better because the first ride through we had a little bit of a delay there at the end, so it kind of killed the momentum, but it was still a lot of fun. And I wish we could ride this over and over and over again for just the rest of the day. One interesting thing that I noticed is that like all the skippers are female. That's not a complaint, it's just an observation, and I think it's really cool. And they get really into it, and I really like it, and I'm so glad that, once again, I'm just gonna say, I'm so thankful to be able to come here and relive Jaws all over again. That was fantastic. While we're here, we might as well take a look at some of the Jaws merchandise. Take a look at these hats. They have some sweaters over here as well.
It's Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Rope and all. It's Bruce.
That is so funny and adorable. I'm actually very tempted with that one. That is so cute. I have never seen that before. We definitely don't have that in Florida, and I didn't see it in Hollywood either. What else do we have over here? Some other keychains. A Squishmallow looking one.
Oh my god.
He's holding a Jaws sign.
It's like, I swear I'm Jaws.
He's biting your arm. And then we have a guy dressed as Shark Man. Oh, they have another tissue holder where the tissues come out of his mouth. And then, of course, we have all of the shark plushies over here. A bunch of different varieties. So Koda's going to demonstrate one of the most popular hats here that we see a lot of people wearing. The music here is very appropriate. So you wrap that up, and then there's something unique about this particular hat. The fins move. There are so many different kinds of hats like this throughout the park, and this has been my personal favorite to see people wear. I don't know if it's Koda's favorite though.
And I like the fish.
Yeah, she likes the fish from Super Nintendo World. That is adorable. Okay, now we're heading on into a section of the park that's a little different and a little unique to Universal Studios in Japan. Take a look at that. We have a mix of both Hello Kitty, Elmo, and Snoopy, and it's called Wonderland. Huh. Can we also take a second to talk about this Snoopy ride over here? How cute is this? One thing that's really important to note about Universal Studios, just piggybacking off of what I said earlier, it is one of the busiest, if not the busiest theme park in the world. So make sure you pack your patience and make sure you're just mentally preparing yourself for crowds, because your personal space bubble does not exist in this theme park. And what's weird is that the crowds like haven't been bothering me that much. It's like everyone here is so respectful of each other. It's wild. And so like in the US, crowds like this would drive me crazy, but here it's not really a problem at all. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, I'm still having a blast, and like navigating the crowds is totally fine with me. And then like you get the occasional space like this where there's plenty of room for activities, but most of the time you're gonna be shoulder to shoulder with people. But like, check out this massive Hello Kitty like building store. I don't know what this is, but look at that. On the opposite side, they have more Hello Kitty. They have a ribbon boutique. And then it just transitions into Sesame Street, which is the wildest thing. It goes from Charlie Brown to Hello Kitty to Sesame Street. Okay, so this is the cutest gosh darn thing in the world. These individual cars are made for small kids, and they get to go in and control it. It's not on a track or anything, so they just have free roam of this little track. This is cute to watch. Also, Koda looked off in the distance and saw Bert and ran for it. So earlier this morning, we saw this character walking around, and Koda and I had no earthly idea what this thing was or what its name is. Apparently, this is a character that is specific to Universal Studios Japan that was created for this. So apparently his name is Moppy, because back there he has his own ride, Moppy's Balloon Trip. You can see this little guy up at the top over there. He's cute. He is very cute indeed. It really is incredible how quickly the temperature dropped out here. When we walked into the Wonderland area, it was an okay temperature, but like maybe 10 minutes in, the Snorlax hat came back in. Oh no, but now we are making our way over towards the Wizarding World of Harry Potter because our Express Pass bundle comes with the attractions in there. So let's go check it out. And I do know it is a bit of a process to get in, but look at this like entrance. This is really cool. It's almost like you have to walk through the dark forest to just get to Hogsmeade, which is really interesting. I like this approach. See, I really like this approach. You walk through the forest and bam, the entrance to Hogsmeade is right here. After this, everything is pretty much the same. Like from here on out, visually, I feel like I'm back home in Orlando. Unfortunately though, no Hagrids. An interesting observation about the restrooms here in Hogsmeade is that the restrooms are flip-flopped compared to what we have in Orlando, because the boys is normally on this side. I almost walked in there out of force of habit, but the boys is actually on that side. Okay, this is really cool. Check this out. The churro stand over here has like house-specific churros, but unfortunately, they are only serving Hufflepuff and Gryffindor, unfortunately, for today's Quidditch match. This is actually really cool, but a little depressing for us Slytherins.
Yeah.
Maybe next time when we come back, there will be green churros, hopefully. Okay, check this out. They have the Black Lake here in front of Hogwarts Castle, and this water is like black. I don't know what they did with it or if they have a lining or something underneath it, but it is black. And what's crazy is that they have this whole like dock over here. It just comes out onto the water, doesn't go anywhere else, stops right there, and then it leads over to Hogsmeade. This is so stinking cool, and it has everything else on the other side as well. You can kind of see Super Nintendo World over here. You can see Mount Beanpole right there. But this is wild, man. I'm impressed. Very impressed. All right, time to experience Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, but this time in Japanese. Okay, so the locker system here is a little different. You gotta look for a locker with an available key. So you can see down here, there's a key. These ones don't have keys. So you just put your stuff in there and you just gotta return it. I wanna take a quick second to take a look at some of the different merchandise that they have over here compared to Florida. They have headbands with bows on them for the different houses, which is really cool. And then they have individual little bows that you can put in your hair as well. Oh, those are scrunchies, okay. And then they have berets. I see a lot of folks walking around with these berets and they are adorable. They of course have them for all the different houses. They have these handbags here too, which are really cool. Coda, are you gonna get a niffler? And another niffler. 2 nifflers.
I don't know.
In case you guys don't know, nifflers are Coda's favorite magical creature. I also really like these hoodies. We don't have these hoodies in the States, but I really like it. We also have these sweaters that look a little different. Something else we definitely don't have in the States are these Hedwig headbands. Take a look at that. They are adorable. And then of course we have the coin purses where you can put your pass in there. Little Hedwig, this is a ring. This is like something you wear on your finger. They even have a Pygmy Puff headband. That is so cute. I have no idea if Coda saw this yet or not, the Niffler coin purse. Okay, so Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey over here in Japan is almost exactly the same as the one that we have in Orlando, but with some subtle differences in what appears on the screens. And at the very end, with all the Dementors have their hands and their like claws and stuff, which is really cool. And then the number of Dementors that they have over there at the very end is super interesting as well. There's a lot more Dementors in this version than there is in Orlando, which I thoroughly enjoy. That was a really cool ending. But other than that, it was pretty much the same. It is the weirdest thing in the world to look over there and see Mel's Drive-In and then bam, roller coaster. That is so weird. And also, Mel's Drive-In is lit up in some different looking colors. Take a look at that. Let me see if I can, there you go. It's like red and purple. That's interesting. So we're right next to Mel's Drive-In. Looking down over here, I'm used to seeing Rip Ride Rockit. That's not a thing. Transformers the ride is also not a thing. Check out this addition to Mel's over on the backside. What the heck? There's normally like restrooms over here in Florida, but they have a whole new addition to it. Mel's Hollywood Streamliner. Huh. This is greatly expanded Mel's Drive-In, holy moly. I also love how the road is so wide over here. I mean, it makes sense for how busy this park is, but yeah, it is so wide. Over here would be Transformers the Ride 3D. We'd have Optimus Prime pointing off in the distance majestically, but no, this is actually a theater. It is a theater for Sing Live. It's a live stage performance. 2 tickets, please. Two tickets, please. Miss Crawley, you're sleeping on the job. I don't think we're getting into this show. So it seems like Sting Alley is still a thing over here, but right next door we have Trolley Treats. It's a little streetcar. Oh, look at all these like banners, ribbons. What do you call these things? Streamers? I don't know. Either way, leading down looks really cool. Check this out, guys. This is the spitting image of Orlando right here. Minus one pretty big thing, but by this time next year, this is the view that we're gonna have in Orlando. Down there, we have the Museum of Antiquities that was the Spider-Man ride over here, but that is actually closed. We have the arcade and everything. Louis is a thing right now. And then if we come around the corner, we have something a little different. Also, Lou Wasserman, back in his original spot. Look at that. All right, guys, check this out. Normally to the left of this building, it would be Fast and Furious Supercharged, but over here, it's Minions. There is a whole stinking Minions land over here, right next to the Ghirardelli building, which isn't Ghirardelli over here, oddly enough. Not quite sure why, but either way, we have a whole Minions land over here. Plus, look at the bridge in the background. That is so cool. That is a very impressive bridge. Is this still Richter's Burger, though? That's what I want to know. Oddly enough, Richter Burger Company is not a thing over here. It is instead called the Happiness Cafe. The inside, though, looks exactly the same. Kind of. Like, same layout and everything, just themed a little different. Taking a quick stroll inside the Minions land. Take a look at the sweet shop. That is adorable. Like, all of this is really well done. Really well done. I am thoroughly impressed that they did all of this for Minions over here. And the only reason why I wanted to come to this particular section of the park is to pay my respects to the former Back to the Future 3D attraction. As you guys can see, these show buildings look very familiar. It used to be Back to the Future. Over in Hollywood, they turned theirs into Simpsons, and over here, it is Despicable Me. So Minion Mayhem is the exact same like tiered ride system with giant dome screen that Back to the Future had. And it wasn't that long ago that it closed, and I'm kind of sad. It's like we're in a bizarro world. Everything is just so similar, but different, and it just feels weird. As we get closer to park close, you can tell that things are definitely starting to quiet down here. I wonder what's going on with the Palace Arcade. Like, there's nothing in there right now. Like, the doors are closed and everything's like sealed off, so I don't know. So yeah, the whole Museum of Antiquities building is completely scrimmed off. And I don't know what you call this, the Paradise, whatever, that's all scrimmed off. This used to be the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man over here in Japan, but that has since closed down, and the current rumor is that this is going to be replaced with Pokemon, which is really interesting, and I hope that comes to fruition. But not to worry, guys, Finnegan's is still a thing over here. Oh my gosh, take a look at Gramercy Park. It is gutted. There's like nothing here, but there's a massive stage set up. For what? I have no idea. I know like in the summer they do some fun stuff, and I've seen some Pokemon stuff going on over here, but as of right now, I don't know what it's for, but this is just so different. You know, you look over here, you see Macy's, like there's supposed to be a tribute store here, you turn around and there's supposed to be a park, nothing. Also, no Jimmy Fallon. Take a look at the corner over there.
So sad.
Oh no, no Jimmy Fallon.
No.
I'm so heartbroken. Check this out. There's no Ghostbusters Firehouse over here. There's no roller coaster coming on through. We still have the New York Public Library, which is really cool. And I like that they still have the little subway entrance over here as well. But gosh, it's so different yet so similar at the same time. It's wild. And then they have a Detective Conan 4D live show theater exit over here where it would normally be something. It's just a hole, and like we normally use it for like haunted house exits and stuff at Horror Nights. That's what we're used to seeing over here, but It's so different. Ah, okay, now I kind of remember. I've seen pictures of this. This used to be Terminator 2 3D, and it closed like several years ago. It wasn't that long ago that it closed, and now it is a Detective Conan 4D show. So over in Florida, this would be the Comcast building with Jimmy Fallon. That is not a thing. There's no Rip Ride Rocket over here. There's no big giant concert stage set up. It's all really different. And the last thing we're gonna be touching on in this video of Universal Studios Japan is Space Fantasy the Ride. Now, unfortunately, we will not be partaking in this because this is a free spin roller coaster, and free spins and us don't exactly mix, but we are gonna take a look at the test seat, so let's go ahead on in. All right, hop on in. I mean, I would like to think that you're in too, because
Yeah.
still, if you like released your gut a little bit, it would, yeah.
No, I'm in. What's this button do?
I don't know, you probably shouldn't be pushing buttons. That's the ejector seat probably. I do love the little display that they have up here to like visually show you guys what you're getting yourself into. That's actually really cool, I love that. Yeah, see, little spin. No, absolutely not. No. Over here at Universal Studios Japan, Villain Con Minion Blast is not a thing. Neither is Shrek 4D. Actually, Shrek 4D used to be a thing. It used to be over here in this building, actually. It is no longer a thing, though, unfortunately. I still can't get over just how massive this canopy is. And like the way it's designed, it looks like it's super tall, but it's really not. But it's still very impressive to see. And you know what? It provides great shade and refuge from the rain whenever it does rain down here. Over here at the 4D Cinema at the front of the park, this used to be home to Shrek 4D, but now it looks like it is home to a Doraemon experience, which is really cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that is gonna do it from us here at Universal Studios Japan for our first ever visit. Honestly, this was so much fun. Such a fun day and such a unique Universal experience as well. You know, visiting Super Nintendo World over here and visiting Donkey Kong Country, it's just making me even more hyped for Epic Universe to open. I am so ready for a lot more new and unique Universal experiences, and this was just absolutely fantastic. Honestly, it's like Universal at its best over here. The team members are incredible. Every single person that works here, so friendly, so nice. They all have smiles on their faces. It is just such a breath of fresh air. Not saying that the parks that we have over in Orlando or in Hollywood are bad, but this is just a whole nother level of Universal, and I loved every second of it. Definitely one day in this park is not nearly enough. You need at least a day and a half, and there were still quite a few attractions that were closed, and there's still quite a few things that we didn't see and do. We could have honestly done a lot more, but I'm very happy with what we got done today, especially with our express passes. They weren't cheap by any means, but I think that they were very well worth it for what we were able to get done and how much stress we were able to save ourselves and time, you know what I mean? So anyways, with all that being said, we are tired. We're gonna head back to our hotel and we are going to crash because tomorrow morning we fly back to Tokyo with Japan Airlines, where we are going to have our first ever day at Tokyo Disneyland. I am so excited for that. But that is another video for another time. I want to thank you all so much for watching today's video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys thought about today's video, and if you are new around here and you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.